Dozens of top ISIS gunmen have been killed in a devastating RAF airstrike on a bunker and tunnel complex. British warplanes pounded the death cult network's underground lair in eastern Syria as the terrorists tried to flee friendly forces. 2 British Tornadoes launched the attack moments after destroying an ISIS mortar team that had been bombing rebel forces. Military sources said the Tornado crews counted dozens of ISIS killed as the RAF provided air support to Syrian Democratic forces fighting ISIS. The missiles used in the attack were deadly paveway bombs designed to smash into the ground and then explode with a post-impact delayed fuse for maximum effect. The Kurdish-led ground troops, many of them trained by British Special Forces, have driven ISIS out of their main Syria HQ of Raqqa, aka Terror Central, in recent months. They have also smashed ISIS in Mosul, in neighboring Syria, leaving ISIS diehards fleeing to desert bolt holes in both countries. Defense Secretary, Gavin Williamson, said, "Our forces are working tirelessly to defeat the evil of our time. Daesh is weakened and in retreat, having now lost its last remaining major strongholds in Iraq and Syria. The battle is not yet over. We will continue to hit the terrorists hard in both Syria and Iraq while supporting efforts to rebuild. Only by defeating Daesh for good will we reduce the threat to both our nations at home." In another RAF attack, after receiving intelligence from a coalition surveillance aircraft on Wednesday, November 1, RAF Tornadoes launched 2 paveway bombs at an ISIS command post near Al-Qaim, Iraq, destroying the building, the terrorists, and their vehicles. The Tornado teams continued to support Iraqi security forces in the battle for Al-Qaim the following day, and successfully bombed an ISIS observation post, which was attempting to direct mortar fire against the rapidly advancing Iraqi ground forces. The tunnel attack took place on Saturday but has only just been revealed. Fellow RAF teams flying Typhoon warplanes also smashed an ISIS mortar team the next day in eastern Syria and a separate tunnel complex near Al-Mayadin. So far, British aircraft have struck Islamic State positions 1,348 times in Iraq and 262 times in Syria. In that time, the group has lost territory, finances, leaders, and fighters as the 73-member coalition liberate its last remaining strongholds in both countries. But despite military progress in Syria and Iraq, the threat posed by Islamic State is still huge across the West.